Social class, market situation, and consumer's metaphor of disempowerment. Research problem. How do market situations shape sense of personal empowerment, and how does this flow into consumption practice? Concepts and theories. Social class. Communities of individuals bounded by a common social status. Habitus. Describes mental schema that are structured by conditions of existence and that, in turn, structure patterns of consumption practices. Power. Intertwined with the resources and material life that shape habitus. The distribution of power was a phenomenon within a social class, and empowerment was innate to a class since power meant economic leverage. Status. Refers to shared community estimations of relative prestige. It is interpersonal recognition or distinction of the self. Method. For this study, there was a total of 23 depth interviews which lasted 1 to 2 hours. 12 of which were from the young working class or the manual working class from classes 6 to 7, and 11 of which were from the young professional class, which were classes 1 and 2. They were all male, 25 to 30 years old, with no children, but were fully employed. The age was controlled in order to have control over potential life course effects such as a move from growth to maintenance priorities. The study was conducted in Sydney, Australia, in which Snowball technique was used. The results were self-perception and expectations. A. Self as a potent actor, young professionals. The self-descriptions of the YPs were characterized by perceptions of strength and capabilities that empowered them with a sense that they could achieve whatever they set their minds on. Furthermore, the YPs displayed tremendous confidence in their ability to make things happen. Another capability of theirs is task persistence. On the other hand, self as impotent reactor, the YWs. Their typical self-description conveys a sense of being average, nothing outstanding. The YWs were much more likely to describe a range of personal weaknesses than the YPs. However, for the professionals, the future was an opportunity to make more investments. They were more optimistic about thinking of the future. However, at the core level, opportunity-seeking, exposure, and expansion appeared to be firmly ingrained into the YP's sense of self. As for the working class, the future was a threat. There was strong uncertainty about the future. They believed that their options were only confined to their current job arena. As for the financial domain, elaborate versus limited budget planning. The young professionals tended to engage in more careful and elaborate budget planning. For the YPs, they were more actively concerned with building their asset base and future potential to take advantage of opportunities to invest across multiple avenues. All in all, self-perceptions were found to range from potent actor through to impotent reactor, and expectations for the future range from one of opportunity through to threat. These self-perceptions have been imbued as personal values that guide preferred ways of doing and being. They flow into the financial domain with professionals setting themselves up for the opportunity and growth, taking a very broad perspective on investing and engaging in more elaborate budget planning. Discussion. This study was bounded in that it was confined to males in a narrow age range. The effect of gender is well documented in terms of occupational imbalances. Age perceptions also affect conditioning in a range of ways. Another area for further research lies in the examination of financial practices across social classes, where couples are employed as a unit of analysis. Informants often spoke of we when making decisions, integrating the effects of conditioning stemming from social class and gender as well as dyadic interaction process would serve to enrich the analysis. Bibliographic entry: Henry P. C. 2005, Social Class, Market Situation, and Consumers' Metaphors of Disempowerment. Journal of Consumer Research, Volume 31, Issue Number 4, page 766 to 778. Report by Raisa T.